it's Mo, and today I'll be showing you guys my foundation collection. I think this is a good idea, and I think other YouTubers should do this, especially dark skin or African American or women of color YouTubers should do this, because we always get asked what foundations we wear, and we probably have a slew of foundations with different tones for different seasons and for different reasons that we use. I have so many foundations because I like the variety, and I use different foundations for different things, and because I'm always looking for the perfect shade, which I've really never ever found. I've always had to mix foundations, and I don't like mixing foundation. I don't think I should have to mix a foundation. Now, a person mentioned in a comment in one of my videos that I always say that the product is too dark for me. Well, if it is, then I'm gonna say it, because I want you guys to have an idea of what my true complexion is, and you can't really tell when you're looking at the screen. If a product is too light, just like Urban Decay, which was too beige or not enough warmth in it, I said it, so I don't know what her problem was. Anyway, she said I was trying to be lighter than I am, which I don't need to. I bleach. I'm Jamaican. I know a lot of bleachers. I can get a lot of tips, okay? I'm not generalizing, okay? So guys, if I'm doing a video and the foundation looks lighter than I am, it usually matches, unless it looks way lighter than I am. If it looks like it matches me perfectly, it's usually a little bit darker, a little bit orange for me. And if it looks dark, that means it's like 3 or 2 shades darker than I am. So I don't know, it just always happens like that with my base products, my foundations and concealers. They usually look lighter than what they are. True brown with strong yellow and orange undertones. So it's hard for me to really match my complexion without having to buy multiple shades, which I don't like doing, and I've only done probably once, and I probably won't do that again. So I'll start with the Maybelline Dream Nude Air Foam. I did a review on this, but I never uploaded the video, I don't think. And the color of this is in Caramel. This was cute. I don't know if I liked it. That's not the actual color, but it comes out a little bit lighter, and then it, as you can see, it's oxidizing a bit as when the air catches it. That's the shade. That's a lot. This is not the perfect color, because as usual it doesn't have enough brown with the yellow that it has. That's it on my hand after it has oxidized a bit. The next one is, which I'm not sure if it's discontinued or not, it's a Sally Hansen Natural Beauty, which is inspired by Carmen D. It's called Your Skin Makeup, and this is in Mocha. I think this was the darkest shade, and I don't even think it matches me. Let me find a spot here. And I've had this for a while. It has a nice amount of yellow in it, but that's the color. You probably can't see it, or maybe you can't. It blends right into my skin, but that was the darkest shade. Next is the Maybelline Fit Me foundation. Didn't really like this. This was an oily mess, and it was, I didn't like it at all. That's the color. You probably can't see it. It's a nice orangey. This one is in 320. A nice orangey shade, which I like. And let me see if I can get it right here. But I didn't like the foundation at all. The next one is the Maybelline Mineral Power, and this one is in Dark Zero. I got this from Big Lots, I believe. I've had it for a while. But the color was okay. That's it right there. The color was okay. It was a little bit too reddish orange on my complexion. You probably can or can't see that, it's right there. So I never really used it. I don't know, I probably only used this once or twice, and I've had it for a while. Next, which is one of my favorite drugstore products, except I hate the scent. It's very strong, and I used this today because I had to. It's a very strong scent, and they have changed the formulation. They have reformulated the Color Stay makeup. By the way, I have this in the combination Oily Skin in 400 Caramel. It's a bit on the orange side, but I usually do that to kind of even out my skin tone, even though, you know, it covers the yellow in my skin. Now a little bit runny, watery, and I don't like that. And I don't think it lasts as long on the skin. That's the color right there. I don't think it lasts as long on the skin as the older, thicker version did, and it smells even stronger than the older, thicker version. The next drugstore foundation I have is the L'Oreal True Match Lumi Healthy Luminous Makeup, and this is in the color, I don't know, C6 Soft Sage. And C is for cool, but I don't find this too cool. I think it turns, oops, I did too much. It gets cool, that's the color of it right there, afterwards. But as usual, it's more orange, it's more orange on my skin than anything, which is what I always run to, because I usually never go darker than myself unless the product has yellow in it or orange. Usually with my skin tone, if I have to go darker in a foundation, it's too pink. I can't do any pink or any red at all on my skin at all, because it looks ashy and it just looks gross. I can't do it. So I usually go up a shade if the shade doesn't jump too far. I usually go up a shade and then I fix that with my powder, and I'll talk about that in another video. One of my favorite, listen, when I want to beat my face like to the ground, like beat it down, like pimp out my face, I use these. This is the Black Opal Cream Stick Foundation with SPF 8, and I have hazelnut and rich caramel. Hazelnut is too dark and too red, and it looks like that, and I'll swatch it there. Hazelnut, you can tell how dark that is once you can tell how dark it is on the screen. And this is rich caramel there, which is lighter. And I usually highlight and contour and blend them together to get the perfect match. I love the finish of these. I love the way they look on my skin. They just give me that coverage, that finish that is just love it. I love it, love it, love it. The two newest additions I have to my foundation is, oh my gosh, I have allergies right now, is Clean Color True Self Luminous Moisturizing Foundation, which I actually like very much. It's a foundation actually. So, but this is a Beauty Supply foundation, and the color I have it in is Tan 10 or 10 Tan. And then I have the Maybelline Dream Fresh BB 8-in-1 Beauty Balm Skin Protector Perfector. And this one is in deep shade. If you want to see my tinted moisturizer collection, I'll leave the link down below. You can click on that to see that video. I'll start with my newest addition, which is the Naked Skin Foundation by Urban Decay, which is from Urban Decay. If you want to see my review of this, you can click the link down below. I leave that so you can see it. This is not my perfect color either. This actually would be nice if it had a little bit more yellow in it, just a little bit more, just a teensy bit more yellow in it, or even orange. That would have been great. But it's a bit beige-ish on my skin. I'll try to swatch on the outside. That's the color of it on my skin. So you see, while it's not too far off from my complexion, it's not as warm as I like for it to be. Wah, wah, wah. I'm gonna talk about this in another video because I might be returning this, though I love the finish of it and I love the way it feels on my skin. But Urban Decay, I messed it up. Whole nother video. Then we have the Lancome Teint Miracle, and this is in Suede 2W. This is definitely too orange for me because it does oxidize. I've been wearing it for the past, I've been wearing it a while, but I've been testing it out for the past couple of weeks, and I like the color initially because it's orange again, but yeah, it's kind of a dirty orange, if I can say that. That's the color right there, and it oxidizes, and I don't like that. I don't like that it oxidizes so much. And I'm not sure if I'm loving the finish, but I'm not sure if I'm loving how well it wears on my skin. We'll talk about that in another video. Then I have the Sephora Perfect and Cover Foundation, and this is in the advanced definition. I think they have discontinued this. They may have come out with a new one or repackaged it, but I think it has been discontinued. My color is number 10 Matte Forte. And if I can find a spot, let me do this side. Okay. Okay, I got two little pumps. That's the shade. Again, a bit orange, but it has more yellow in it, so I like it a lot. I love the color that it has. There's the color like this. It's light to kind of a light medium coverage. Not quite light, but it's not quite medium. I don't need to speak much about this because it's not available anymore, but I actually really like it. Then we have Bobbi Brown's Natural Finish Long Lasting Foundation, and this is in Warm Almond 6.5. This is so orange. I use it to correct other foundation that is either too light for me or is not warm enough, or is not warm enough, but this is just so orange. That's it. If you can tell how orange it is on your computer screen, then you'll know it's very orange. But this is super duper orange, super duper orange. As it says, it's a natural finish, lightweight, light finish. But it's not long lasting unless you have super dry skin. And I had dry skin when I purchased this. When I purchased this, I had dry skin. Now I have normal combo skin, and this will just slide right off my face. Very nice finish, but will slide right off my face, so I don't get where the long lasting foundation comes from. So now I have one of my favorite foundations. It's the MAC. I don't have the bottle here with me. Actually, I do have the bottles with me. I had to go search a bit. The NC45, and this one is the, which looks like it has a little bit left in here, but there's nothing left in here, it won't pump out. And the NC50, and I combined them to make this one. It looks darker, but it's not as dark as it looks. It could be just. So this one is an NC45, this one is an NC50, and they're not too far off in terms of color. Of course, this one is deeper, and when I blend them together, I get my color. I used a little bit more of the NC45 than I do of the NC50. You probably can't see, of course you can see, because when I use too much of the NC50, it's too orange on me. Almost looks red. It's long wearing. It's not as long wearing as the old Color Stay, but I really love it. It gives me a great finish, and I've been using it like crazy, and I love this thing. And I would probably repurchase, but I wouldn't repurchase two. I would probably just get the NC45, and of course I can adjust that with my foundation, with my powder. Next one I have is Makeup Forever HD, and this one is in number 173. I love this foundation, but because I don't have the shade that matches me to a T. Let me break it down. You would love this foundation if you had your perfect match. You probably would. You know, not everybody's gonna love it, but you know what I mean. You would probably love it if you had the perfect match. This is 173. 178 is too orange. 177 I think is too neutral. So I'm left, 175 is also not my color. It's too orange. So I'm left with 173, which is lighter than I am. That's 173. Let me blend that out. But it has a nice color, and there it is. It's not that light. There, okay, if I could focus it. It does have, it matches me better, and even now it would match me better. Let me see if I can get some on my skin. It would match me better now, since I haven't been going out a lot, and my skin is darker than what it usually is, because you'll see in my other video. I like this, except I only like it when I'm lighter. Like the finish, love everything about it, but I don't like what it looks like on me when I'm tanned or darker. The last two I have is the Kevyn Aucoin Sensual Skin Enhancer. And I have two because they didn't have, I purchased them at the makeup show. They didn't have my shade initially. Actually, initially I thought SX13 was my shade, but it's very olive toned, very olive. And this is SX14. So as you can see, the colors are not that different. They're not that. This is a little bit more yellow orange. This is a little bit more yellow green. And I'll do some swatches for you guys. This one is SX13. This one is SX14. I usually use this to highlight under my eyes, but when I'm darker, more tan, the olive shows more. Now I can use it to highlight, no problems. But it's thick, it's creamy. You can use it for anything. You can use it for a concealer, foundation, a corrector, any of those things. I love this thing. I'll be making a video of it, so I'll talk about it later. But I would absolutely recommend this. It's $40 retail price, but I paid $20 for it when I go to the makeup show, and every time I go to the makeup show, I try to pick up one and I'll try to pick up more. I don't know why I'm doing that. But these are the foundations that I use. Hopefully this was helpful, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Enough love, y'all.